Well, there may be some summer left, but I'm ready for a change. So as my segment 5 on Be a Fly on My Shoulder this week, or today as I'm working out in the yard, I'm ending up in the potager because I am going to harvest all of the peppers that remain in this stand of poblanos and jalapenos. I really am feeling some jalapeno poppers in my future, and I've got all sorts of beautiful poblanos. They could get a little bit bigger if I left them, but because it has turned really cool, I think I'm just going to go ahead and harvest all of them, bring them inside, because I want to convert this area and this bed to some lettuce and some greens. And that's kind of an indulgence for me this year, you guys, because typically it's still way too warm to be able to put some spinach or some lettuce or mesclun mix out, but I'm gonna be able to do that. So I'm just gonna harvest all of these. Maybe I'll gift, if he's good, maybe I'll gift Stuart some of them. And then I'm just gonna be kind of brutal. Now, in some places, apparently, peppers are almost perennials and not annuals, I guess. Maybe in certain parts of Mexico, I'm not sure. And I know some people who bring them in, but I'm not gonna do that. I am gonna take them out. And not only because I wanna plant some greens in here, but also because they're starting to get tall and rangy. And as I've said many times today, I am really wanting to establish more order. Now look at how easily these come out, because we had a good rain, and that soil is going to be really moist, and it's going to be very easy for me to work. Now, if I were inclined to do so, look here. Wouldn't that be pretty in a flower arrangement with those little delicate white flowers spilling over the edge with some of those jalapenos? That kind of thing just makes me inordinately happy. So now I'm going to go around here. And yes, all of this, I've got way too much stuff going on back here. So I'm clearing out all of this. I'm going to move some of these pots, and I'm going to harvest all of these poblanos. And a really easy, quick recipe, you guys, is to make, I remember telling my boys about this when they were first living on their own, is to make stuffed poblano peppers. And you just open them up, take the seeds out, and then mix some softened cream cheese with some garlic and some shredded onions, and get a can of ancho chilies and put just a little bit of that sauce in there. And you can add some cumin, pretty much whatever you like, and just mix it all together, and then stuff those poblano peppers with it, and then roast them with some soft tortillas. That's absolutely incredible. I never do it from a recipe. I just do it by taste. And it was really a favorite for my boys when they were teenagers growing up. Easy and nutritious. And then top it off with some salsa and lots of cilantro. Maybe a few tortilla chips. And it's pretty wonderful. Okay, so now I'm going to pull this one out. And it looks like I've got some plants in here that may have gone to seed and they never even grew up to be very big. But I've got plenty of jalapenos. Now, a lot of times too, you guys, with these jalapenos, because I love fresh jalapenos, but I'll just slice them. I'll make sure to put on plastic gloves before I do it though, because these are very hot. And I'll just slice them, and then I freeze them in a single layer on a baking sheet, put it in the freezer, save them, and then once they're frozen, I just put them in a Ziploc bag or a plastic container to put them in the freezer, and then they're good to go for topping chili or nachos or anything like that over the winter, because there's nothing like fresh jalapenos. Okay, I think, ooh, there's one. There's a beauty hiding. This one suffered some pretty bad leaf scorch. So I'm just going to pull this out then. And then I just store these tomato cages over the winter. The nice thing is that once I pull all of these out, and this foliage is really healthy, you guys. If I wanted to cut some of it and use it in an arrangement, I could. And I love the smell even of the foliage. But I'll discard that, and you can see now I've got a blank canvas to just scatter some greens in here. So what I'll do next is just turn over the soil. I'll add a little bit of compost. I'll cut back these marigolds, which will be so happy to have more light, and I'll get them a lot bushier. I might need to make a bouquet of those. I'll save some of these marigold seeds that have already dried. And I've got, and it was kind of obscured, but I've got a bunch of Italian parsley right there. So maybe in addition to jalapeno poppers and stuffed poblano peppers, I will also have some tabbouleh in my future. So that's what's going on in this quadrant right now. And the next time you see it, hopefully there will be lots of little baby lettuces coming up in it. So there you go. That's what's going on in the potager today.